Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Infected. We are on version 11.3, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with this game, this is a single-player survival crafting game, and it's actually pretty darn cool. It is developed by a single developer, and he is extremely passionate about this game. He's releasing updates left, right, and center. And we haven't actually visited this game for quite a while, and a lot has changed, so I figured let's jump back in and take a look at The Infected together. We're going to be starting a brand new Let's Play series. I will be demonstrating the awesomeness of this game and showing you guys exactly how to get started. We're going to keep this series rolling until we get pretty much to the end game as it currently stands. So we want to make sure we get everything built, demonstrate everything this game has to offer, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It is extremely cheap on Steam right now. In my opinion, well worth the small cost. You'll definitely get your money's worth. So if you're interested, definitely hit it up and take a look. So we're starting a brand new game, brand new from the beginning. Let's go ahead and get our game all set up. We're going to go ahead and switch this. I'm American. We use Fahrenheit. So, there we go. Fahrenheit it is. In the beginning, I'm going to turn my month links up to 300 until we get prepared a little bit. Winter in this game can be pretty brutal, guys. So you want to give yourselves a little bit of a buffer, especially if you're new to the game. Give yourself a little bit of time. So I'm approaching this Let's Play as if this is the very first time you've seen this game. We're going to be approaching this kind of like a brand new player. I'm going to turn off the bobblehead. I really don't like that. Stat depletion, I'm going to put this on normal, and I'm going to disable the sun resistance for now. We may come back and turn that on later on, but for now we're going to turn that off, and I think that should be good. Yeah, the sun resistance is a cool feature, but it can be a little bit annoying. So yeah, for right now, we're going to disable it. The great thing about this game, guys, is you can always go back and adjust your settings. You're not set. Once you choose a setting, you can actually adjust it as you go along. So that is an excellent feature in this game. Let's take a look at the AI. All right, so the swarm attack settings. The swarm, these are the vambies that are going to come and kill you. They're a pretty cool little hybrid between vampires and zombies that the developer calls vambies. So we are going to start this off as normal. In the beginning, if this is the first time you played the game, I would probably disable the swarm attacks. And then later on, once you get to the end part of the game, sometimes some players disable swarms as well. I guarantee that in the future, you're going to see some major updates to the enemies, the vambies in the game, as well as the swarm attacks. Well, for right now, we're going to go ahead and set this to normal. And again, like I said, you can always go back in and change it down the road. You're not stuck. You're not set to a certain set of settings. The swarms will start on day 10. Quantity will start on 3. Frequency, it'll happen every 3 days. So every 3 days, we're going to get a swarm of vambies, and every swarm, your spawn quantity will increase by 1 all the way up to 15. It's pretty cool. And then everything else we're going to leave the same. So we've got the sheep, we've got deer, raccoons, boars, bears, fox, the stupid fox. Oh, I hate the fox. Wolves and scorpions all enabled, ready to go. So we're going to pretty much leave these the same. And let's go ahead and type in our name here. Saven's World Season 1. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that will do nicely. And we are ready to roll, guys. So here we go. We are jumping back into The Infected. Let's start this game up and let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in. Here we go. First thing I want to do is check the map and see where we spawned. All right, we spawned. Ooh, I'm not a big fan of this spawn point, but you know what? That's where it put us, so that's where we're going to be starting out. The reason I don't like that is because right over that direction there, I mean, it's kind of cool. We're close to a city, which is nice, but cities spawn a lot of vambies, but we don't have any time to waste. We want to bust out these tutorials, these beginner quests as soon as we can. Now, if you hold F, it'll bring up this menu right here, so we need to get all of these done as quickly as possible to give ourselves the best start, because in 3 days, we're going to have vambies coming at us. And so we're going to just start through here, picking up stuff as we go. Need to find a stick. Stones are okay. See if we can see a stick. Ah, there we go. We got a stick. All right, so we've got our sticks and stones. Next up, we need to create ourselves an axe. So we're going to press I to bring up our inventory. Press this here to bring up our little crafting area. And if you alt-click, you will move one item. Alt-click, move one item, craft the stone axe. There we go. Now we have the ability to chop down trees. Yeah, baby, because we are going to need a lot more resources. We're going to move. I love building right by the water. So new playthroughs, build near the water if you can. All right, I actually don't need to chop down trees yet. Next up, we are going to need to craft ourselves a stone blade. Boom. There we go. Stone blade is in. And then the next thing we need to craft is a pickaxe. We're going to need a stick, stone blade, and 2 plant fibers. Excellent. So you get plant fibers from trees. There's a tree right there. Let's go ahead and chop this bad boy down. Now, real quick, a little tip, guys. If you spam the button that your item is in, so let me show you my backpack here. All right, there we go. We'll go to the character. So currently my stone axe is in the 1 slot. So while you're chopping down your trees, if you continually hit the 1 button while you are chopping down the tree, it'll look like that. And boom, you will chop down the trees really, really fast. And then that gives us the plant fibers that we need. Boom, there they are. Let's go ahead and we need 1 of you. We need you and 2 of you, I believe. Boom, boom. There it is. Stone pickaxe. Done. Yeah, baby. Next up, what do we need to do? We need to build a saw bench. Excellent. Let's go ahead and placeables saw bench. There it is. All right. And I'm actually going to build 2 to start with. And these all only take 4 wood logs. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. We need more. Choppy, choppy. See, this is the normal axe swing. Takes 5 full swings to chop down a tree. All right. All right. Let's get some more. Now, if we use that trick that I was telling you about, and we continuously spam 1 at the same time, look how much faster that is. Ah, so awesome. So use that trick while you can, guys. I'm sure the dev is probably going to patch that out at some point. So we'll see how long that actually lasts. All right, let's go ahead and get some more here. Boom, boom, boom. E to pick those logs up. And let's get those going. And if you right click, you will actually drop what you have in your hand. All right, next up. Build a foundation. All right, so again, like I said, I love to build right next to the water. You want to be close to water. You're going to need to refill your water quite a bit. So let's go ahead and just drop down a foundation here. I'm going to keep it relatively low like that. There we go. And we need 6 planks and 4 wood logs. Let's get to chopping. All right, here we go. Last plank going in. Boom. Foundation is done. Nice. All right, next up, we are building ourselves a campfire. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and place this campfire right on top of our foundation here. So we're going to go to placeables. We're going to go to food, campfire, and I'm going to put it right on the edge here like that. There we go. And we need 8 firewood and 10 small stones. Well, the stones will be easy. They are everywhere. And let me show you a quick way to get some firewood. If you have a log, all you have to do is hold down the right click harvest, boom, there we go. 4 pieces of firewood right there. Let's go ahead and grab some more of these logs that we left out here. I'm going to put 2 there. You definitely want to constantly be making planks. You don't want to waste time in this game, guys. All right. Let's throw what we have in here. 2 more pieces. Boom and boom. There we go. All right, next up we need stone. Let's pull out the pickaxe. Here we go, baby. All right, same thing, guys. Constantly smashing that 2 button because our pickaxe is in slot 2. And boom, just like that. Look how fast you get through that stone. All right, we can also see, all right, we spawned on a copper node. So this area here will provide copper once we're able to get some mineral extractors down. All right, let's pick up some stone. That should be good. I think I picked up 10. I lost count. 10. Boom. There it is. Now, one thing the game does not tell you guys, one thing that you need to be aware of is unless you have a roof over your campfire, it'll put it out, okay? So be very careful. when you build your campfire, you also want to build this bad boy. You're gonna need 4 wood logs in order to build this guy. This will keep it so your campfire does not go out in the rain. Let's chop down this big guy here. Once again, spamming 1, clicking the button, boom, wood logs galore. There it is, built and ready to go. Throw the extra logs there. Now, eventually, I will build another saw bench because I like to have 3 of them built. That way, I can chop down a little tree and have 1 log for each saw bench. But we're looking good, guys. Next up, we need to find some carbs. So let's get to searching. Real quick, let me show you another little tip here. If you go to the options and you go to the video and look at the foliage density, if you turn this down to low and hit apply, take a look at what happens here, guys. Look at that. It gets rid of all of that ground foliage and makes it so much easier to spot items. So we're looking for plants. You can usually find them in your starting area. You usually don't have to go very far. When I play normally, I leave the foliage on because the game does look better. But if you're searching for a specific item, sometimes it can be beneficial to turn that foliage off. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to spot the plants. So give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do some looking and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look what popped up. We've got an onion. So we're gonna hold down the right mouse button and harvest that bad boy. Boom, there we go. All right, next up, we need to hunt protein. Well, if we're gonna hunt protein, oh, I need to pick that bad boy up. If we're gonna hunt protein, we need a weapon. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we're gonna need in order to make a weapon. Now, in the beginning, the only weapons you have to make a workbench in order to craft a bow, and we're not quite there yet. The only thing you can really make is the stone spear. You need a stone blade, 3 sticks, and 5 plant fibers. And I'm pretty sure let's take a look at our backpack here. Just need a few more sticks. We got plenty of plant fiber, and we could turn one of those stones into a blade. So let's go ahead and grab a few more sticks here. So now we have the 5. Bring this up, stone blade, boom. So we have our stone blade. We need 3 sticks, so 1, 2, 3. And we need, if you hold shift and right click, boom, you can move an entire stack. There's our stone spear. Craft that bad boy up, and we are golden, baby. There it is. Stabby, stabby. Let's go ahead, and the easiest thing to catch early game is fish. So all you have to do is dive down into the water, and you see them all swimming around there. Boop, just give them a little stabby stab with your spear. If you press E, you will actually put that fish into your backpack. There's a bigger guy. He'll give us a few more. Oh, I missed him. Oh, come back here, buddy. You ain't going anywhere. There, we got him. All right. So that should be good for now. This is another reason why I like to build close to the water. It's an excellent, excellent source of food because we are going to need food. We're going to start getting hungry here soon. If we look at our food backpack here, you do start with 5 beef stew, which is pretty darn cool. But those will go quick, so do not waste time. So once we have our fish, we have to actually harvest our fish. So throw it on the ground. If you hold right click and you click on harvest, boom. Now if we take a look at our backpack, there it is. Raw fish ready to go. We can cook that up. Delicious. And boom, hunt for proteins is ready to roll. Next up on the agenda, build a forge. Excellent. So before we actually build a forge, what I'm going to do, I'm going to first, we need to grab a little bit of firewood. So let's see if we can hunt down a log, or we can just chop down a tree here. Harvest that. Let's grab a little bit of firewood to get our fire up and running. 1, 2, 3. It actually takes 5 firewood. Let's just toss the sticks in there too. And we'll toss the bark in there too. There we go. That was probably a waste, but that's okay. All right. Let's get our fish on the cooker here. Place the fish there. Go back to your lighter or your main backpack. Grab your lighter. Drag it over there. We are cooking up some fish, baby. Pretty sweet. We are almost done with day 1 here, guys. So the last thing we want to do is let's place down our forge. All right, placeables. There's the stone forge. Let's get it turned around here. I'm going to place it right next to the campfire. And I'm actually going to place down 2 because we're eventually going to do 2. And now we need to grab ourselves some stone. So, boom. Oh, here, let's toss in the stone that we have. So we need 20 more stone. Let's get to it. Boom. Forge is done. Yeah, baby. So what you want to do is plop stones in the top because the next thing we need is to make an iron ingot. And in order to make an iron ingot, we're going to need 5 iron fragments. You get those by melting down stone. First round of stone is being cooked up. Very nice. So while this is cooking, our next step is to make an iron ingot. So once I have enough fragments, I will be back to show you the process of making ingots. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've got what we need. So the reason I made 2 forges here is so we could double up our iron fragment production. We now have 10 iron fragments. So all you want to do is move the entire stack, boom, into the forge and let it do its thing. So we're going to go ahead and turn this one off, and you do that by grabbing your flask, boop, drop it right there. That uses 1 water in order to put out the flame on your forge. But I'm really glad that we got our roof here constructed. Otherwise, both of our forges and our campfire would have been put out by this rain. So now all we have to do is wait for the iron fragments to be done, and we will have completed the starter quest. Not bad for the very first day. We're giving ourselves a really good start. So while we wait for that to go here, let's go ahead and drop down another saw bench. Oh, let's get it moved around the right way here so it's in line with everything else. There we go. Go ahead and grab that. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. There we go. And let me show you why I wanted to... Actually, here, let's move that again. Let's get it lined up. Get them nice and lined up right next to each other. There we go. Good enough. All right, so let me demonstrate why I like having 3 in the beginning here. So we've chopped down our tree. Boom, boom, boom. Down it goes. Grab the logs. And you can just simply do this. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Boom, boom, boom. All 3 ready to go, making up those planks. You are going to need lots of planks. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Boom and boom. We have our iron ingots ready to roll. Very, very good. Excellent first day. I'm actually going to keep this going here because you always want to be making stuff, guys. Do not waste time in this game. It is 8:49 at night, almost 9 o'clock. The sun is about to go down. Day 1 is in the books. This game is awesome, and I cannot wait to show you guys more. But for now, this is Saven saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Saven's world. This has been The Infected. We're going to keep this series rolling. But until then, have a good one.